All right, so here's a good chart I found showing total confirmed cases, and it's basically from January all the way through April. It's up to today's date, April 5th. It's sourced from the European CDC. And what's kind of cool is you can just kind of scroll over the different countries and you can kind of see that there's the United States curve. It's not a curve, it's pretty much a straight line going up. And some of the other curves like China, where it broke and went straight. South Korea broke and went pretty straight. Japan's been constantly rising. Now, all these different places have varying degrees of whether we believe their data or not. And something that I just wanted to look at was a logarithmic scale versus a normal one-to-one scale or a linear scale. So most charts I'll put these logarithmically because you'd never see any of these numbers from these smaller countries if you compared them to China and the US that's topping the charts now. So what's pretty cool from this place is they can let you can grab the data yourself right here, which I did, popped it into Excel spreadsheet. So here's all the information, all the data. I graphed 3 of them, the US versus Italy versus China. So this is the same information in the same graph. I just picked out the 3. They all start not on the same date, but on the same, at the same point that this is when they went over 100. So you can see right here, the blue line is the US, and on this day we had 103 on day 1. On day 1 of Italy's going over 100, they had 132. On day 1 of going over 100, China had 216. So they went from under 100 to 216 in one day. But anyway, so this is what it looks like logarithmically. So it looks like, oh, well, they're all kind of the same. They look very similar, right? That's very, very deceiving, most of the charts you look at, because if you take it and take off the logarithmic scaling and look at normal linear scaling, you can see that it's US, this is the US curve right here. It's completely exponential still. It is still completely exponential. Over 300,000 cases. That's at day 30, at day 34. 34 days after we hit 100, we're at 300,000. For, let's say the same day at 34 days, Italy was at 86,000. And at 34 days, China had already flattened their curve. Italy still hasn't even flattened their curve at day 42. That's it, just some interesting information I was looking at. Looking at the raw data yourself